Hello, fellow explorers. Welcome to Julie's channel. Alright, let's get into the latest news about the Duggar family, because it seems like the drama never stops. First up, we have Jim Bob Duggar, who's made a surprising appearance after staying out of the public eye for months. The big comeback happened during his son Jed and daughter-in-law Katey's gender reveal party. And trust me, the reveal? It's a double whammy, twins. Yes, Jed and Katey are expecting twin girls, and it was all revealed in a YouTube vlog titled, "We're Having Twins." Duggar double gender reveal. And of course, Jim Bob was right there, front and center. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Jim Bob, who's usually a bit more private these days, seemed totally at ease celebrating alongside his wife Michelle, with the whole Duggar clan gathered around for the reveal. Now, if you know anything about the Duggars, you know they don't do things by halves, so of course, the party was filled with excitement, surprises, and the kind of family moments you'd expect from a family that once had its own reality show. Jed, the proud dad-to-be, even had a bit of fun with his family before the big reveal, going around and asking them if they thought he and Katey would have a boy or a girl. Jim Bob, as confident as ever, predicted, "It's going to be a boy." Why? Well, apparently, the Duggars have had 16 grandsons and 17 granddaughters, and in Jim Bob's words, they were due for a boy. Guess the universe had other plans, though, because 2 girls are on the way. And here's the kicker, Jed himself is a twin, so you can imagine how excited he must be to have twin daughters. He even said that the bond between twins is truly special, and he can't wait to see them grow up together.
Aww.
But it's not just about the twins. Jed and Katey's older kids, Truett and Nora, are about to have their worlds flipped upside down with 2 new siblings coming in. Can you imagine? The chaos, the love, the constant activity, it's all about to double. Now, Jed's post was just full of excitement. He said, "We were not expecting this, and that when they found out they were having twins, the excitement was overwhelming." It's also a first for the Duggar family. These are the first twin grandbabies in the family, which is kind of shocking considering how many kids there are. You'd think twins would have come up before now. But before we dive deeper into the Duggar baby boom, we have to talk about what's been going on with Jill Duggar. She's been spilling some serious tea about her upbringing, and honestly, it's raising a lot of eyebrows. Jill has been opening up about her strict childhood rules that were set by none other than Jim Bob and Michelle. And we're talking about some seriously rigid guidelines here. For example, Jill revealed on the Unplanned podcast that she and her siblings had to follow a strict 6-inch rule. What's that, you ask? Well, it means Jill had to keep at least 6 inches between her and her now husband Derek Dillard when they were dating. Yep, no physical contact, not even holding hands until they were officially engaged. Talk about intense, right? And to add to that, Jill and Derek didn't even kiss until their wedding day. I mean, can you imagine? Jill has been pretty open about how these rules affected her. Apparently, when she started wearing pants, something the Duggar women weren't allowed to do, it caused a major rift in the family. Her family even worried she'd lose her salvation over it. It's hard to believe that something as simple as wearing pants could cause so much tension, but in the Duggar household, it's no joke. In fact, Jill and Derek have been estranged from her parents for a while now, and it all seems to stem from these controlling family dynamics. Derek has been pretty vocal about how Jim Bob had too much control over Jill's life, even saying that Jim Bob tried to hide how much money the family was making from their reality show Counting On. Can you imagine being on a show and not even knowing how much money you're earning? Derek claims Jim Bob didn't want Jill to know so that no one would question it or judge them. Shady, right? There's more. In another bombshell reveal, Jill said that the Duggar family would sometimes take advantage of kids' eat-free deals at local restaurants. But we're not talking about just a few kids here. When the Duggars rolled up, they'd practically shut the place down. I mean, with 19 kids, that's a lot of free meals. Now, it's clear that Jill is distancing herself from the strict upbringing she endured. Her memoir, in particular, has been a major turning point for her. She shared that she felt her parents' rules, especially around modesty and behavior, were way too harsh, and now that she's an adult, she's embracing a very different lifestyle. The contrast between how Jill is living her life now and how the rest of the family is keeping up with their traditional values is stark. While Jed and Katey are overjoyed with their growing family, Jim Bob's still holding tight to the Duggar family way, even as some of his kids are speaking out against it. So, what's next for the Duggars? Well, the twins are sure to bring a lot of joy and chaos into Jed and Katey's home, while the family dynamics continue to shift, especially with Jill breaking away from her parents' strict control. As always, the Duggar family's story is one of constant evolution, and it's clear that the next chapter is going to be just as dramatic as the last. So that's the latest on the Duggar family front. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all things Duggar and other juicy celebrity news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.